Manga-Waido.
I'm Naoto Kasai. I'm currently working as a chef at a restaurant in the city center. My parents also run a well-established restaurant that has been passed down in our family for multiple generations. My parents are the one managing the business right now. I thought I'd take the chance to improve my skills while they were still healthy enough to do so. But one day, I got a call that my father had collapsed due to a cerebral hemorrhage. According to the doctor, even though his life wasn't in danger, it wouldn't be good for him to work as hard as he did before. Naoto, we're leaving the restaurant to you.
You're the only one we can trust with it.
I always knew I would inherit the restaurant, although this came sooner than I thought. It's not like I have a choice. Got it. Don't worry. I'll take good care of it. Just as I said that.
What's this? You don't look that bad, Dad. I even took a day off work to come here as soon as I could.
Sorry for not being worse off. Saki.
I called her just in case something really bad happened to you.
Upon receiving the call about my father, my sister and her children had hurried to the hospital. Saki has had a rough relationship with my father ever since she was a child. She hated living in the countryside at our old-fashioned family-run traditional restaurant. The moment she graduated high school, she left the house and never looked back. Even when she got married to a man she met in the city and had children, our parents were the last to find out. As expected, her self-centeredness greatly angered our parents, especially our father. I never want to see her face again. We were estranged for a long time, but ever since Saki's husband died a few years ago, it seems that she had started occasionally reconnecting with my mother. So, are those your children?
Oh, it's your first time meeting them, right? My son Keita. He's a bit of a shut-in, and he was kicked out of high school after he just joined because he didn't meet the attendance requirements. I know, perfect timing. Keita, why don't you work at your grandfather's restaurant?
Huh?
This is a crucial time for me at the office right now. They need me there to keep everything running smoothly. I don't have time to look after these kids, too. So, can I leave them with you for now? Keita's not really doing anything right now. If everything goes well at the store, he'll be a fully functioning member of society again, right? Moe has asthma too, so the clean air from the countryside will probably do her a world of good. So please?
But still! How ridiculous!
Is your job all you care about? Being a good mother is to your children is important too, you know.
Of course I'm not asking you to do this favor for free. Now that your dad's down for the count, the restaurant won't be able to reopen right away, right? I'm sure a little financial assistance would go a long way.
She'd go this far to get rid of her own kids? Like I'll take your money!
Really? Anyway, I'll leave them to you. Thanks!
Huh? Hold it right there!
See you!
Seriously, that girl has always been so selfish. Oh my head's spinning.
You're exhausted, Mom. Why don't you rest a little? I'll talk some sense into Saki. But no matter how many times I called her afterwards, she never picked up. I'm sorry. Well, for now, it's totally okay for you two to stay here. So don't worry. I had to leave the house and return to the city for a while to give my notice of resignation. The whole process took about a month, and when I finally returned to the countryside... Huh? Really?
Yes, Keita, when he saw that I wasn't feeling well, started doing everything for me.
While I wasn't here, not only had Keita taken over the household chores, he'd also been taking care of both my father and Moe. Saki said he's a shut-in, but he's actually being a great help. Thank you, Keita. I don't know what we would have done without you. I mean, I'm the one intruding in your home. Although things had settled down a bit, our restaurant was in pretty deep waters.
We have our regular customers, so there is still some money coming in, but ingredients and utility costs have been sky-high lately due to the pandemic, and our customer base is gradually getting older and older. It's hard to turn profit like we used to.
But our store's a well-known restaurant with many years of history. We can't simply lower quality and make ourselves a casual diner just to get more foot traffic. How would I face our ancestors if I did that? But if we can't find a way to fix this... And then, finally, for the first time since my father collapsed, we reopened the restaurant. With the support of some employees who had worked for us for many years, we somehow managed to deal with the influx of customers. But to be honest, it was exhausting. When I get home, I have to check in on Mom and Dad, update the ledgers, do the housework. Doing this every day is going to kill me. However, when I got home... Huh? The house was already beautifully clean, and there was even supper waiting for me.
Keita did everything on his own.
Delicious! This is so good, Keita. Do you cook often? I guess. Upon asking further, I learned that while Saki was busy working in place of her sick husband, she left all the household chores to Keita. Mom was having a hard time too. When she moved to the city after graduating high school, she met an older guy there, married him almost immediately, got pregnant, and Keita was born. But her husband had a chronic illness, which gradually worsened over time. Eventually, he got too sick to work, and she took over as the sole breadwinner of the family. Of course, with how determined and strong-minded she was, she threw herself headfirst into her work.
Oh, I have to go. I'll leave the rest to you, Keita.
Okay. Her husband passed away only a few years after Moe was born. Keita had no choice but to become Moe's main caretaker as well.
I'm sorry, Keita. Saki put too much on your shoulders.
Seriously? And to think she just left you two out here on your own? But we wouldn't be able to live the way we do if she hadn't started working in place of Dad. The money she earns goes towards treating Moe's asthma as well. Helping her out at home is the least I can do. I see. You're so mature. No, I caused Mom so much trouble. I just wanted to find some way to pay her back. Trouble? Apparently, he was already extremely shy in middle school, had trouble fitting in with everyone, and became a little reclusive as a result. To make matters worse, his strong-willed mother was a pragmatist to her very core, who never cared about things like tradition or social customs, even when it came to his school matters.
Huh? The Parents Committee? Isn't that for people who have no jobs of their own? The school festival? There's no way I can help with that. I'm busy. Actually, if you don't want to go to school, you could just stay home until you feel better. Who cares what others think?
That was her attitude all the time. Her brash way of saying things had made other people angry before, but not her son, Keita. Mom is amazing for being able to say her feelings out loud so honestly. And she's the only one who truly understands what I'm feeling right now. With that in mind, he took the initiative to help her with the housework and take care of Moe and his father. Originally, it was Saki who did everything at home, even after working all day, but once he stepped in, she left it all up to him. But the reason I didn't go to school wasn't because of all the chores I had to do. I just couldn't fit in no matter how I tried, so I ended up not going altogether. I see. Thank you for telling me the truth. Don't worry, Keita. I'll take care of you and Moe from now on. Thank you. I'll do my best to help you out. Now that I knew Keita liked cooking, I put him to work in our kitchen. Of course, I also hoped it would help his reintegration into society. Whoa, you're pretty good. Thank you very much. We had many kitchen employees who'd been with us for years, and the entire atmosphere was very homely and comfortable. With cooking as a common topic, Keita opened up to them right away. Keita's doing quite well here. It seems he learned everything he knows from his mother. He's picking up the ropes here super fast, too. That's good to hear. Thanks for watching over him. I thought all she did was work and loaf around at home, but I guess Saki taught him well. Mom usually took care of young Moe at home, but on days when she wasn't feeling well, she would bring her to the restaurant and have one of the staff watch Moe while she took a rest.
Moe, over here!
One of the waitresses, Ami Fuji, had been working for us since my father was in charge. We used to be classmates, and she's a former nursery teacher. Looking after small children was a breeze for her. She was usually the one taking care of Moe. Thanks for doing this all the time, Ami.
I don't mind. Moe is so cute. I've been putting my love life on hold for the sake of this job. Sometimes I think my daughter should be Moe's age by now. And just as cute, of course.
Same here.
We're kind of kindred spirits, huh?
One day, I was thinking of bringing my wife here next time. Do you have anything that's easy to eat and digest for the elderly? Although, she really hates sick people food. Let me think about it. In that case, without changing the ingredients, we can cook it down to be a little thicker so it's a little easier to eat. And how about cooking the meat to be just a little softer too? I don't think it'll affect the presentation of the dish much. Of course! Great idea! Let's try it out! And when we gave the dish to our customers...
Wow, this is delicious, and it goes down so smoothly.
Thank you very much. You did well, Keita. The customers were very happy. When I took care of Dad, I used to cook everything a little softer for him too. Drawing from Keita's ideas, we created an entire menu targeted towards the elderly. Our customers loved it. Some of our regulars who hadn't been back for a while caught wind of the news and started frequenting our restaurant again. And then, on another day...
Come on, I don't often come to a nice restaurant like this. Can't you get them to quiet down a little?
I apologize for the noise. Still, I didn't want to ban my customers from bringing their children. When I discussed the issue with Ami...
How about we provide childcare services in a separate room while the adults enjoy their meal? If you allow me to use one of the bigger rooms here, I'll take care of everything.
I see. We put her idea into practice right away.
Can you read this for me?
Sure.
Hey, how do you play with this toy?
Oh, you have to... When there were too many kids for one person, Keita stepped in to help too. This service became very popular among our customers as well.
I had given up on bringing my children to a nice place like this, but now I can finally eat in peace. It's nice to be able to take our time, right?
News started spreading on social media about the restaurant that had developed a special menu for its elderly customers and even provided childcare within the premises. We managed to introduce some new ideas without sacrificing tradition. This worked better than I ever thought it would. After that, we were fully booked more often than not, and we finally started making a profit again. And then one day, Keita finally made up his mind. I want to become a chef! Go for it! We're all rooting for you. He was now looking towards the future with a firm resolve. Also,
Uncle Naoto, Ami, come here! Let's play family. Uncle Naoto is dad, Ami is mom, and I'm your child!
Huh?
family, huh? I guess the thought of a family with Ami isn't too bad. In this way, Ami and I gradually got closer and closer, to the point where we started spending time alone together. My father collapsing was bad news, but everything's heading in a good direction right now. As long as things continue smoothly on this course, my parents can finally stop worrying. Just as I was thinking that... Oh, I'm sorry, but we're closed for the day. Huh? Saki? What happened? A gaunt and haggard-looking Saki suddenly showed up at the restaurant.
Naoto, I don't think my company can last much longer.
It turns out that Saki's late husband was the owner of a company which Saki took over management of when he passed away. So this is what she meant when she said they need her to keep things running smoothly. However, a member of the executive staff that had been with the company since her husband was managing it suddenly declared that he was quitting. And that was followed by veteran staff quitting one after the other.
We still have most of our employees, so we're managing to keep ourselves afloat somehow. But it's a mess in the office right now. Morale's low and work isn't being done efficiently.
Right.
For Keita and Moe, for the company and all my employees, I hardened my heart and hung up until now. If I just managed to hold down the fort, I could pay my employees a good salary and even give them their annual bonuses. Was it my fault for prioritizing efficiency and profit above everyone else?
That's not wrong. It's important for any business to make profits. But you do realize that there are people who work their backs off to give you those profits, right? Have you ever said even a single word of thanks to them?
I pay them for their hard work every month.
If that's how you think, of course you'll be left alone when you're in trouble. People put their all into their work, not just for money, but because they know their efforts are appreciated by those around them. Don't take them for granted. You should have more gratitude for those who've gotten you this far. Saki, I originally thought you neglected your children because you were focusing on your career, but I was wrong. You brought them up so well. If you treat your employees with even 1% of the love you give your children, it would make for a much better workplace. He's right. I know how much you did for me, Mom. And I don't want you to be misunderstood. I don't want you to be left alone.
Thank you for everything, Mom. Keita, Moe.
Apparently, Saki had always felt bad for having to focus on the company and not having the time to raise her kids properly.
I was just so desperate not to let the company fall on my watch and to protect the jobs of all my employees. I lost sight of everything else. And since Keita was always at home, I ended up leaving all the household chores to him. Keita, I'm really sorry for putting all that onto your shoulders just because it was more convenient for me.
It's okay. I helped you because I wanted to.
And I'm sorry for causing you so much trouble, Mom, Dad, Naoto. It seems like I really did overlook something important. I guess I can only trust my family to tell me the hard truths.
Exactly. But we always have your best interests at heart. Even if your company's going through a bit of a rough patch, don't forget we're here for you. Just do your best with the employees you have now.
Thank you. I'm not giving up.
And with newly uplifted spirits, she went back to running the company. And a little while after that, President, we sincerely apologize. The executive, along with everyone else who had quit, had apparently set up a new venture on their own, but it had barely gotten started before it flopped, and they came running back with their tails between their legs. I have a newfound respect for your leadership and management skills. I'm extremely sorry for all the trouble I caused by suddenly quitting. You don't have to forgive me, but if you would at least take back those who left with me.
Raise your heads. I should be the one apologizing.
President!
Even if it was for the sake of the company, I was too hard on all of you. I'm sorry.
President Saki! We'll follow you to the ends of the earth! Just like that, Saki reunited everyone under her flag and brought her late husband's company back from the brink of death. Several years later, welcome! I'm still running the restaurant. Only now, I'm going then!
Okay, stay safe, honey.
I'm married to Ami, and we have a son together. I was thinking of incorporating some Western flavor profiles in this month's menu. Sounds good. New blood means fresh ideas, huh? Oh, please stop teasing me. Having studied hard and gotten his cooking license, Keita's now a chef at our restaurant. Saki's company seems to be doing well too. From now on, with the support of all of our family, I want to continue protecting this small but irreplaceable restaurant we call home.